This program is getting rather more interesting, and we are really moving into the 19th century. Fast forward there, because the next car which we have got on hand is the one made by Henry Ford. This is a car which dates back to 1896 and his quadricycle, which really brought old man Henry to the prominence of the automotive fraternity. And what he did, this is the quadricycle from 1896. It is in the typical American way, a buckboard on wheels. Again, very different thought process in the way the Americans used to do it. Unlike the Benz which we drove right now, this has got a twin cylinder engine, and it's rather unique in that it has got a cooling system with a thermosiphon way, unlike what we had in the Benz. There's a cooling tank for water. The cylinder jackets are here. We have the rocker arms for the exhaust valves, and this is probably one of the earliest possible means of what an injector system could be for the fuel injection. But this is the carburetor thing which fed fuel and inlet nozzles directly into the cylinder combustion head. Individual lubricators for the pistons, because there was no drive sump, there's no wet sump lubrication. Just look at the differential here. Unlike the Benz which had chain drive to both wheels, Henry used only the chain drive to the right rear wheel. And this is also a marvel of engineering. By and large, this was the classic American runabout. It had got a tiller steering, different way. You sat mid-mounted into this car rather than absolutely in front like you did in the Benz. Different thought processes, but Henry Ford adopted quite a lot of detailing and principles from the Benz, and he put them on to this car. Also, it had got some rudimentary suspension. If you could see a different type of leaf springs here for the front wheels. It had that leaf springs there, which is one of the first cars in the world to have that sort. Again, it came from the Stagecoach. So a lot of things, a lot of wooden flooring, a lot of wooden buckboards across over there. Again, upholstery comes straight from the Stagecoach era. Different thought processes, but everything was important for the evolution of the motor car as we know it to be today. The replicas which you see here are part of an assembly line of UMS Technologies, which is part of the GD Naidu empire here. What is important is they have got a capability to make 100 replicas a year. And this is, if you see, about 5-6 replicas in different stages of assembly. Everything is done in-house here in Coimbatore because quality is paramount, not just as far as the class of vehicle is concerned, but because this was one of the core factors which the founder of this institute imbibed in everyone. In fact, when we looked at a replica which they had bought from Germany and what is being executed here, dare I say it, the Indian quality just about has its nose in front of the German version. So all in all, we have got a facility here which has begun making these replicas. They are selling it to the tune of about 100 a year, and when you factor in that they have also got the replica of the Ford quadricycle going, and we drove the first prototype there. I'm sure there would be orders for the quadricycle as well. Yes, there are crazy nuts like us who delight in everything automotive, and here is where you can, if you have the money, buy something of indulgence for your passion. So this fast forward into the past episode of Zignition has got these two pioneers of motoring in the world, the Benz on my left and the Ford quadricycle on the right. Different type of cars in the way they were built, but principally the same in a lot of respects. You see traces of the modern automobile in both of them, and like I said, the Benz is probably the precursor of the mid-engine supercar, whereas this is the typical rear-engine one because the engine was behind the rear axle, so to speak. Of course, different thought processes, but engineering at its best. And when you looked at both these cars, you could make out where was German engineering and where was American engineering. They were close, but again, the detailing and the thought in the Benz was definitely far superior to that of the Ford. But the Ford, again, like we say, got motoring to the masses, whereas the Benz and the Daimlers of its era got motoring of the ground in the world. Both these replicas done by students in Coimbatore, where the attention to detail has been really tremendous. And when I mean attention to detail, it's not about modern engineering or modern metallurgy. It's about replicating them to the same sort of originality as when Carl Benz put his three-wheeler into one cohesive unit, as well as what Henry Ford did with the quadricycle. Two different throwbacks to the modern automobile, and where we have progressed from. If you care to see the new S-Class, and you can see what the Benz really portrayed, and if you are going to look at the new Figo Aspire, you know where it came from. Really interesting machines, especially to those students of automobile engineering or automotive enthusiasts. And we are very happy to have had this exciting day here at the GD Naidu Institute and the museum, which we have also seen. Phenomenal destination for anyone with even the briefest enthusiasm for cars in India.